All right, so let's try the OpenPLC. This one looks pretty uh, reasonable. And I've got a Debian server all ready to go here. And I open an SSH session to it because I made a headless Debian server. There's no graphics, which uh, I just prefer it that way. It runs faster. Anyway, so now I'm putting these commands, sudo apt update. You should always do an update before you install software because it updates the list of available versions. Otherwise, you might end up trying to install an old version that doesn't exist anymore. So I have to put in git, and then I have to clone this OpenPLC for a programmable logic controller. This will be a simulation of a programmable logic controller. And so I just go into that directory and sudo start. Should have been there. Let's try ls. ls, I say. Oh, I'm in OpenPLC. I'm already in trouble. It's install, not start. Okay, that's my problem. Install. I skipped this part. Install Linux. There we go. Oh, turn my camera on. All right. All right. Bison, whatever that is. Okay. And it looks like it has ARM64 versions of all this stuff too, which is nice. Debian supports new architectures really fast, so they have all kinds of thorough support for ARM64. One of the many nice things about Debian. Well, looks like it's having to compile everything on this ARM, so this may take a while.
This is what I was worried about having the Kali Linux instead of the Debian, but we'll find out.
Well, yeah, this is the kind of thing that might not work on Kali. Yeah.
I'll get that Deb set up for tomorrow.
Yeah. Probably be fine on Ubuntu, but Kali is hit or miss. Because Kali is a highly customized version of Debian, and they're pretty ruthless about only making the latest hacking tools work and casually breaking all kinds of older things that you often need. That's why I quit using Kali when I wasn't teaching pen testing classes, because the way to use Kali is to use all the built-in stuff. Using it as a general purpose machine, it really doesn't work very well. Debian works better. Well, it's moving. One irritating thing about Debian is you actually have to install sudo if you make a clean install of Debian. It took me a while to learn that. That's pretty rude to not even give you sudo, but that's what they do. The great thing about Debian is they really don't break things. I've got instructions I wrote for Debian 8 and they still work fine in Debian 12. When they put on new stuff, they're careful not to break the old stuff. There we go. Looking like progress here. Okay. Now I should be able to have a start thing here. There it is. Good. So sudo /start. Okay, now it's listening, and I have a headless machine, so I have to open this on a different machine, but that's fine. I'll just open it right here. All right, let me just pull this down and make a separate browser so now all these crazy tabs. All right. So, and there it is. Now I have this typical, web-based GUI to control the OpenPLC with. And its username is OpenPLC, and so is the password. All right. So the programmable logic controller is stopped. Let me get rid of these password manager pop-ups. All right, and so the first thing I want to do is add a Modbus slave. So that's going to be my Linux machine. Okay. And my Linux machine, let me get my terminal window back. Okay, it's there. 192.168.0.246. All right. So add new device. I'll make this a little bigger. It'll let me do it. My machine is lagging a little. There we go. All right. Slave devices. There we go. Add new device. Okay, here, let me set up a fan because when my machine acts like this, it often is getting too hot. All right. Okay. Add new device. Device name. Yep, already moving better. So device name is going to be OpenPLC Slave 1. Let me copy from here. All right. Device type, generic Modbus TCP, slave ID 1. Address, is that number 192.168.0.246? The address of my Linux machine. Port is 502. Okay, I have to type it in, I think, even though it appears there as the default. All right, and then over here, all the start addresses have to be 0, and I have to type them in. Set all sizes to 8. Okay, and then save device. All right. It appears in the list, okay. Now I start the PLC on the lower left, okay. Now it's running and it has logs showing, okay, the running, and it should be connecting to the device, but it looks like it isn't. So let's go see QMod master. I've already got it running on a Windows machine. Let me get to that's the one waiting forever for Microsoft to get its act together. Here's Okay, this is it. Here's my other Windows machine. All right. So I want to have QMod master running, which I think I do already have running. Let's get rid of that and see if maybe I don't have QMod master running. Apparently not. Okay, let me get it. Oh, I don't have it on this machine. All right, I've got to get it, which is here. All right. See if I can use copy and paste here. Looks like I can. Okay, good. There it goes. Good. Okay, I have to unzip it. Okay, now I'm going to connect to my Linux server. So it's options, Modbus TCP. And here I put in the address of that Windows server again, which is 192.168.0.246. Okay. Now I set the mode to TCP as we've done before. And connect. And it connects. Okay, now I can set the unit ID to 1, leave function code at read coils, change number of coils to 5, and read write. Okay, and I've read 5 zeros from the other side. That's good. All right, and so I should be able to see this in Wireshark in my Windows machine. Let's see if I have Wireshark on this machine. I don't. All right, I've got to get it. All right. Done with this Java download. Wireshark.org. I think it's org. We're going to see. That's it. Good. That box that keeps popping up is some fake malware running on this machine. We'll use that later tomorrow. We infect these Windows machines with various fake malwares that do things to examine with the incident response tools. Okay. Yes. Gotta wait for stuff to move slowly on Windows. All right. And now we can use the real network adapter. We don't need to sniff on localhost because we're connecting two different machines here, Linux and Windows. So sniffing on Ethernet, I should be able to filter for Modbus. Got to spell it right though. There we go. And now, when I do that reading coils stuff, I should see some traffic. There we go. I'm picking up traffic in Wireshark going between the machines with that PLC. And so there you go. That's all you need for this one. That part's working. So I'm going to stop this video.